Grand Seiko's new releases from Watches and Wonders 2024 are starting to come in now, and the first one that has arrived is the SBGJ277. This is part of the Sport collection and is a different colored version of the Sport GMT that we're all familiar with. But its dial and bezel represent something wild. Get this, snow in the summer on top of mountain peaks or snowy valleys, called Sekkei. While many different versions of this watch exist at this point, will this be the one that you will add to your collection? Let's find out. Welcome everyone, it's Chris with the Little Treasury channel, where we bring you original and in-depth watch content at least once per week. And if you haven't already, please make sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to be alerted as soon as we upload. I'm from Little Treasury Jewelers, which is located in Gambrills, Maryland, and it's where you go when you're in the know. And if you can't make it to our store, check out our cutting-edge, user-friendly website, littletreasury.com, which is linked to our inventory in real time. All watches that I review are for sale and can be purchased, so please see our website or see the description below to contact us. If you're just joining us now, I'll go over the watch's detailed measurements and features, then I'll offer my personal opinion at the end. In our last video, I reviewed the Breitling Navitimer GMT Automatic 41, which is a fun version of the Navitimer with more playful colors than we're used to on Navitimers. This piece also comes in a significantly lower price point than the chronograph Navitimer models. Wrist check time. Today I'm wearing my SBGA 211 Snowflake, and I stand behind this one being the best all-around choice for a first Grand Seiko piece. It's iconic, and it's the one that put them on the map here in the US. So tell me which watch you're wearing while you're watching the video, and make sure to tell me why. Now let's get on to the features. The SBGJ277 has a 42.4mm case width, a 14.4mm thickness, a 48.9mm lug-to-lug, a 20.8mm lug width, a 31.4mm crystal diameter, and it weighs in at 187.74 grams with all of the links installed. The case is made out of stainless steel with matte finish on the tops of the lugs and Zaratsu polish on the sides with a facet of Zaratsu in between. The crown is offset at the 4 position and is screwed down and has the GS logo at the tip. The sapphire crystal is slightly domed and sits slightly above the bezel. The bezel ring is made out of sapphire crystal and has a green tone for the night hours and white numerals, and it has a white half for the daytime hours with green numerals. You will notice that the green portion takes up slightly more real estate than the white portion, which adds an interesting dimension to it. Since this is not a true dive watch, the bezel moves bidirectionally and has a grade of even numbers on it for the GMT function. So let's go ahead and give it a click test. It actually is pretty quiet, but the action is wonderful and it's very precise. This is way different than a dive bezel in operation, so it will behave and sound differently, and in this situation, it's much quieter. The dial is in a silver tone and has a texture which represents the Snow Valley. The indices are finished to Grand Seiko perfection and are rectangular, except for the 3, 6, 9, and 12, which are rhomboids with black minute ticks in between each. An odd-numbered grade can be found around the chapter ring, which is used to time another time zone for a total of 3. It has a green half for the nighttime hours and white half for the daytime hours, just like the bezel. The GS logo can be found applied in silver tone with Grand Seiko written on the dial in black below it. The hour and minute hands are in silver tone and are Dauphine style, but are chopped off at the tip so it's flat at the edge. The second hand is a simple silver line, and the GMT hand has a decisive arrow at the tip and is in green. The date window can be found at the 4 o'clock position, is a simple open window, and has a silver background with black numerals. Automatic, high beat, 36,000 in black, and GMT can be found at the lower middle portion of this piece in green. The lume on the bezel is spectacular, and the entire daytime half is lumed with inverted numerals and lumed numerals, and a 12 triangle on the other half. The 12, 3, 6, and 9 markers and on the hour, minute, and GMT hands are also lumed as well. The case back is closed and it has the Grand Seiko lion logo in the center and nothing else that's really of note. The movement is the high beat 9S86 caliber, which functions at 36,000 beats per hour. It has a 55-hour power reserve and is accurate from losing 3 to gaining 5 seconds per day. It uses a special Sprawn alloy for the mainspring and hairspring to allow it to achieve a 55-hour power reserve, while beating at 36,000 beats per hour. The bracelet is a familiar style, which is a 5-link with matte finish on the large areas and high polish on the smaller pieces. The great part though is that it has a pin-pushed micro adjust on the clasp with the GS logo. The Grand Seiko SBGJ277 Sekkei Snow Valley is 200-meter water resistant, and it can be yours for $6,800. Now for my personal opinion. This could be my favorite of the Sport GMT lineup so far. The dial really pops with the texture that is similar to the Kirizuri style, with its attractive silver tone, and the bezel and accent green is a dark tone which looks great and can be used in more occasions since it isn't so vivid of a green tone. While these pieces are perceived as large, it really wears like a 42mm, and the thickness is completely acceptable for anything you're doing normally. So I'd say that it even looks great on my 6.5-inch wrist. The spring drive is always what people are after when it comes to Grand Seiko, but the high beat is impressive too, as a purely mechanical movement that is more difficult to make, and it's also priced higher. The second hand still beats very smoothly, smoother than anything else out there in any brand aside from 2 or 3 that can make high beat calibers. The story on this one is fun with the snow in the summer, and that is a more memorable idea to me than some of the others. So that's a plus, I'd say. I'll go ahead and recommend this piece to anyone who's after a great daily wear GMT with an attractive dial and color combination to pretty much do anything you want with, including swimming with a hefty 200-meter water resistance. Thanks for watching today, everyone. I really hope that you enjoyed the video. And of course, if you did, please make sure to hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, and share with all of your friends and your family members too. I look forward to seeing you next video.